man. One team not in the playoffs are the Sacramento Kings. They won their initial play-in game against the Golden State Warriors, and they were feeling pretty good about themselves, even though they didn't have Malik Monk off the bench to provide that spark plug. And then they ended up playing the Pelicans, and the Pelicans gave them that work. And now the Kings are back on the outside looking in of the playoffs. They did have like literally a 20-year drought from the playoffs. And they made it last year. Hallelujah, like the beam. And now this year, they are not in. They got in the play in, but it's not the playoffs. So my point of view is that this probably is the beginning of another playoff drought, because if you go on our channel, Through the Hardaway, the most viewed video, not live stream, the most viewed video is the Sacramento Kings offseason outlook. I told y'all last year, and Kings fans was in the comments, like getting on us. I told y'all need an interior physical presence. You did not do that this offseason. And what happened? You get your ass kicked on the interior by Jonas Valanciunas. He was kicking their ass on the interior. And we know, as Grizzlies supporters, we know that what JV can do. When he get the ball in the post, he's an easy button down there. Also, I said the Sacramento Kings had immaculate injury luck. I said that. They had literally no injuries last year compared to like other teams who had, a whole slew of injuries. And what happened this year? You lost Malik Monk. Malik Monk was a very important, vital contributor off the bench. He has great chemistry with De'Aaron Fox. And so you missed that scoring from De'Aaron Fox. Of course, you had Keegan Murray who played well, but your other main guy, a part of your dynamic duo with your backcourt with Fox, Malik Monk wasn't there. And so I asked the guys in the group chat earlier, and this is now I guess a two-pronged question. Is like, one, do you think that Malik Monk should sign back with the Sacramento Kings? And flip side of that is, should the Kings even want to sign Malik Monk back with their roster? What do y'all think?
Want to take Sab?
Yeah, I can go. Malik Monk is, I think that, how do I say this? The point that was made earlier was we call Aaron Gordon a high-profile role player, right?
Herbert as well.
Yeah, and so, yeah, you find a way to bring him back. I think that unless you can get Keegan Murray to really release himself and be a better player, I think they kind of look for scoring from Malik Monk too often than not. And does that kind of peg Keegan Murray to where he can go, right? To the top, not to the top of where he's at right now. But Malik Monk wasn't making what, 12, 13 million. He wasn't making
$9 million.
$9 million. Oh yeah. You can sign him for less than 20, I would assume. I'm trying to look at their roster now. You'll pay Sabonis, who's rightfully so. De'Aaron Fox. I don't know who and why. Yes, bring him back, because they need to get rid of Harrison Barnes. So you
ding.
Barnes contract, and yes, you'll be just fine, Sacramento.
Man, look, Harrison Barnes, shout out to you. He played 82 games. He started 82 games. Shout out to you. Salute, brother. Get your money, but at the same time, if the Kings want to be a better franchise, a better team, they're going to have to get better talent at that wing position. I know a few teams in the NBA that have that problem as well. But if I'm Malik Monk, of course I want to come back to the Kings. Like, chemistry is everything. I'm playing with my guy Fox. If I'm the Kings, I'm willing to use that money to go and find something, again, upgrade what I can. Get Harrison Barnes out of here. You're giving Keegan Murray an opportunity to kind of showcase what he got as well. Because 15 points a game, that ain't nothing to grouch at. Like, he's playing a significant part, but he can do better. And I think with more opportunities, maybe we can see. But if not, you got to upgrade, and get a big. Like, if I'm looking correctly, let me see. JaVale McGee, he was supposed to help, but he barely played. Was this Alex Lynn? I mean, he barely played, and those are like the only quote unquote centers on the team. So I mean, I get some.
Shaking our life right? No,
I like. And I rock with Sabonis, like 13 boards a game, 19 points. Like in a modern NBA, that's kind of what you want. But if you look at the Nuggets, they still got the physicality in Aaron Gordon, like we talked about, being able to be physical in the paint. So Jokic ain't got to be every possession.
Mm-hmm.
You need some help with Sabonis in that paint, dog. And until the Kings get that and some more talent around Fox, they gonna still be mid. And lucky. They were lucky last season. Y'all right. Lucky as hell. But we ain't gonna be lighting no beam no time soon and they don't get their shit together.
Man, because I'm looking at their roster and I'm like, what? Because in order to get something, you got to give something. You know what I'm saying? There are no free agents that's like great, you know, for them to just to go out and sign as far as like a big man. Because like, I mean, Andre Drummond, nah. And so I'm wondering, like, do you try to like get like a better draft pick or something? Like to go get like Klingon or Sar to kind of fortify your roster if you don't want to go like the older route and like spend money. You could just give up like draft capital, maybe, or maybe give a player to move up in the draft. I'm not really sure because I'm like, you got Fox, you might have Monk, you got Herder coming back from injury, you got Keegan Murray, you got Sabonis, but it's like in order to get something, you got to give something. So I'm like, do you come up off Sabonis? Is Sabonis somebody you want to build long term with? Like, we've seen him.
I was just about to. It's crazy you asked that, Savage, because I was about to bring a allude kind of to that because Sabonis is 27, Fox is 26. How much longer do we give them to be able to say, "All right, we gonna make it over the next time"? Like, I'm with that. But how much? Like, to that, and I asked y'all, like, how much longer do you expect, or will we give the Kings to maximize between Sabonis and Fox?
The question would be for me, like, do I think they can? I don't think they can. Personally, I don't, because I like Sabonis is an amazing player. Like, I'm not disrespecting Sabonis at all, but like, do I see him make a difference? Kind of like a like Joker, because that's his style, like rebounds, assists, post buckets, yes. But like, is he like Joker? Obviously, he's not. And then just for a comparison's sake, right? You can look at Houston and look at Sengun, who is like a younger version of Sabonis. Right now, Sengun it's no pause. It's cute because he's young. Oh, he's a young player. He's getting rebounds, getting assists. Winning kind of comes secondary to his development. Sabonis is in his prime right now, and you gotta look at as Kings. You gotta say, can we win within the next 4 to 5 years with Sabonis, with Fox, with this roster as currently constructed? And I mean, of course, I'll be a fool to say trade an all-star, all NBA caliber player like. But at the same time, if you're the Kings, do you waste your time? Do you waste your money knowing that these other teams are getting better than us? And we've seen the Sabonis, as an example, be physically imposed upon by Valanciunas this year, Draymond last year. So I'm like, do I want to do that again next year? And next year, it might not be Sabonis or Draymond. It might be Jaren Jackson Jr. It might be Alperen Sengun. It might be Chet Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I want to do that again for a third year in a row if I'm the Kings? Me personally, I don't want to do that.
Well, what I tell y'all, man, trade when the stock is high. And I'll be honest with you, I really believe Sabonis could be like a second or third team All NBA player from this season, just based on how many double doubles he's had and his stats. And so you can get a lot out of him. I wouldn't get rid of Fox. I will keep if I'm going to keep one or the other, I would keep him over Sabonis. And then, I mean, maybe they get Nick Claxton. I don't know. You know what I mean? Someone I don't really know the market per se, but also to the point that was just made, those bigs that we just talked about, how much floor time did they see? Right? Yeah. All together. And so what is the offense that Mike Brown wants to run, or defense that he wants to scheme his team around and build around that? But I think you keep Fox, yes. But this is now the chance to get rid of Sabonis now or by the trade deadline in February. Because after that, I think his stock will go down, because if they make the playoffs, let's say, for instance, they make the playoffs. I'm just throwing it out here. If they make the playoffs and he gets outworked again, then again, his value goes down again. Because at the end of the day, I'm getting players to make sure we make a championship run. If you're getting played off the court, what's the point?
And I think that's a bonus. Like, again, he's for Kings fans that come in this video. He's a great player. He's an amazing player, but it's all about the fit and can they win with this? Like, if you like, he just got signed recently, so his contract is in. It sets in now. So this year next year he makes 39 million, and then 42, 45, 48. That's not terrible in this CBA. It's not terrible. He has value. Somebody's gonna want Domantas Sabonis. Like, absolutely, somebody gonna want that. With what they have on their roster, that might be ready made for him to thrive in, because he's probably better suited as a 4 than playing like the 5. You know what I'm saying? You need a big man with him, which is why I'm like, instead of doing that, maybe you go, depending on how the ping pong balls fall, you might go get you a Donovan Clingan if you can. You might go get a Alexander Czar or something like that to see if you can get that and put that young player with Sabonis's more expensive contract. Of course, that depends on how the ping pong balls fall, though. That's the only thing with them. So the Kings, my point of view, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough next year, man. Unless they have Monk come back along with Herter and sustain their health. But again, immaculate health is not a common thing in the NBA, so I can't expect it to happen again next year.
I don't know why, but I just feel like the Kings gonna draft a guard wherever they be.
That would be, oh my god!
I just get that feeling, like, because they at the end of the day, like, they drafted Halliburton for a reason too. Mm-hmm. So it's something there where the smoke is a little fire. It ain't gonna be too much, but it's just that feeling I got. Like, granted, I want them to get Zach Edey or Clay, like, solidify the middle, because that might be interesting. But like, I just got a feeling they're gonna get a guard. I would love to come back to the video and be wrong, but I just got that feeling.
Let me see if they even got a draft pick after the Raptors situation, because that was so complicated. I was like, what? Okay, they got right now they got the 13th pick, quote unquote. I mean, you mentioned Zach Edey. I'm like, shit, was Zach Edey work? Honestly, a big man, a huge big man
that you can pay for 10 minutes, 15 minutes a night.
Man, I'm thinking about that shit.
And on top of this, we talked about this team already, and I keep throwing this guy out there, man. But can someone please go get my man from marketing? And Sabonis, you can go to Utah and do what you do. They trade for him. Yeah, it's a white man for a white man. They good. White man can't jump, whatever they want to say. And then maybe get a Zach Edey, right, from the draft, or trade up for that potential player. But, Laurie from marketing, he can play a lot of different positions and still score at a good clip for you. And his contract is, you talked about it on the last podcast, is very, very friendly. And Sabonis can go to Utah and collect all the money he wants to.
What's funny too is I'm looking at a mock draft right now, and the mock draft got them taking a guard, literally a point guard, shooting guard. If they draft a guard,
when you know.
Then for real, Malik Monk ain't coming back. There's no reason for Malik.
Yeah, I'm like, that's. So if you're Malik Monk, where do you go? If you go somewhere, what's a good fit for Malik Monk?
Somebody that need a scoring punch. Let me see.
If I'm Malik Monk, I need money. I think he's going to try to
Golden State.
Nah.
He's going to command money at this point. He's probably going to command if Grayson Allen is almost getting about 20 million, then Malik Monk should be around the 20 million spot. I don't know.
Look, back to LA. Shit. The LA missile. Yeah.
Chicago need to blow their stuff up.
Look, I'll say watch out for the Sixers.
Sixers, okay.
Nets.
Sixers.
No, they got
trying to win. Yeah, they got too many goals.
Darren says, Kansas City use a legit athletic shooting guard. Sabonis needs help. Warriors getting Laurie is all I heard.
Man. Come on.
If y'all get Laurie from marketing, this is a Laurie from marketing supporting podcast. We would love that for Laurie. Trevor said Memphis unless he wants money. Nah, I can't
agree.
Doing it. I can't
agree. I like that. Scoring another punch off the bench, please.
Yeah, I would like it. I'm not gonna lie, because that's like getting a grown Rob Dillingham. Honestly, Kentucky. But I think he want to get paid. Unless he does a thing where it's like I'm a do a year of
bet on myself,
and then I'm gonna be fully healthy for the entire year. Maybe perform well in the playoffs, and then get money after that proof year. I'm still young, between 26, 27 years old, and then get paid after that. So